Hi guys, welcome back to session. So this is going to be our fourth session in Jenkins. Okay, so in previous session we have seen how to process continuous downloading, how to deal with continuous build and continuous deployment. So we have seen testing environment and we have deployed an application using Jenkins, and we have seen with a different context as well. Correct. So now let us see what is continuous testing. So for that, let me quickly create a job what we done yesterday. So I'm just creating a project called Java freestyle project. Okay, so just source code management, git. I'm taking this code. We have seen everything in previous session, but just for a quick recap, so I'm just saving the repository. Okay, so I'm coming here under the build, invoke top level Maven targets, write package. Okay, in post build action deploy var or here to container. Okay, so here we are given star slash star dot var file, and context, let us have test. Okay, I think test already using, let us give test 1, or let us give test app. So we need to add container for this. Okay, tomcat 8. So let us just cross check what are the credentials on that. So cat root apache config, what is that, tomcat user xml. So we have given password, correct. So let us just take that. Where is that, password and password. Okay, so tomcat url, remember, right, we have to use private IP here. Okay, so let me take the private IP of testing environment. Okay, copy it. Support 8080 proper, apply, save. Okay, so let us just run this. Let us run this one. Okay, build now. Okay, so you can say that that build is happening here, so the job is running. So this is successful. Okay, so till what point, let us see console. See, git is fine, maven is fine, and the deployment also happened fine. The context is test app. Okay, so let us check here. Earlier we are using test, right? Earlier we are using test. Now let us use test app. Yes, we could see this application, correct. Now let us move to next step. What is next step? We have done continuous downloading, we have done continuous build, and we have seen continuous deployment into testing environment. Now we have to do the testing. See, actually leave about DevOps, leave about this Jenkins, leave about automation. So in general, how testing happens? In general, once developer gives a code, once he develops a code, once we get artifact from the team, so we need to deploy it on an application server. Like we have seen, right, in previous session we have deployed calendar application on Tomcat server, right? So in the same way we have to deploy it in testing environment. Remember, we have to deploy first in testing. Okay, so once we deploy application and testing, so testing team will come into the picture. They will give us an application or a jar file or something, whatever, so which is being consolidated with the test cases. So they will use tools like Selenium and all. So they will give us that file. I mean, they will take care of it in fact. So they will go with that Selenium coding testing. So they will check that application. So how they will check? In general, so let's say now we are using Flipkart. So when you click on footwear button, so you will be generally redirected to footwear stuff. You will be seeing all this footwear stuff, right? So when you click on furniture, you could see that furniture stuff. In the same way, they will be writing some test cases. So when you click so and so button, it should redirect to so and so screen, in that way. So they are going to write the test cases and they are going to execute that. So once they are done with the testing, so they feel that application is at their expectations, so then they will go for production deployment. Okay, so in our case, Jenkins only going to the testing. So unfortunately we don't have any proper proper test for this one, because see, now this is the application what we are using. Okay, so the testing application also, like the testing also, the test case also has to be built in the sense of, to check this URL. So when you click this URL, how you are redirecting, whether you are reaching expected output or not. Okay, when you click on this URL, whether you are getting that expected output or not. In such a way, we it's supposed to be there in terms of testing. But unfortunately, we don't have exact testing one. So what I have done, I've just taken random testing application, jar file. This is the one, testing jar file. So you can use this. Okay, you can use this, but I'm telling you, the job will get succeeded. Okay, but the output what you'll get is, it will be telling us like, so it is not reaching our expectations, because this has been built for, this testing jar has been built for some other application. Okay, so it was expecting that output. Obviously it won't get that output because we are using this application. So here, don't bother about whether testing has, whether the application is reaching the expectations or not. Just concentrate on whether the job is happening properly or not. Okay, so for that, let us just process. Let us move to dashboard. Okay, new item again. So I'll write, yes, I'll write testing freestyle project. Okay. Okay, so now same way, where I have that testing code, I have under git. So let me copy this. Okay, so now let me go here, source code management, select git, copy the URL here. Okay, so let us check this first. So apply, save. Okay, so let me build it. Testing is happening. Okay, let us see the build status. Yes, this is success. You could see it, right? You could see the green mark. So let us open the console. See, you can see finished success. Finished success. Okay, but obviously this is about getting that code from git. No testing has happened. The job name is testing, but no testing has performed. What we have given, only we have given git repository URL to download the code. So it was downloading this code. That's it. It was downloading this code. Okay, so now we have to run this jar file, so to test the application. Okay, let us go to testing configuration. So let us go to build. Okay, execute a shell. So what was that? Jar file. So we have to execute jar using this command, right? How will generally execute jar file? Java-jar. So in the same way, we have to give it here. So apply and save. Now you run it, so you will get some different output now. Okay, so it is running for second time. Okay, superb. So second one also success. Okay, let us see output. Okay, so this one was fine. Sorry, this was fine till git. So here testing has happened. Testing has started. Okay, see the finished is success. Okay, and it is telling us testing has failed, because we know that this is some different testing application. It was checking with this one, but the test cases written this in testing jar was different. Obviously it won't match up. Okay, but so that it is telling us testing has failed, but the job is success. Okay, what its job to check whether it is it is reaching our expectations or not. Okay, so it is telling that it is not reaching, so that is the job. Okay, so job has finished successfully, and it has a given conclusion like testing has failed, because obviously we have used some other test case file for this application. Okay, so you have to understand how testing flows. No need to worry about that one. So if you use proper test case jar file for this one, okay, so what you will get testing has success. Okay, that's a part. Okay, so now we have seen continuous downloading, continuous build, continuous deployment and testing, and continuous testing. So now let's see. Now we have this testing under other job. In general, we will be what is our expectation actually? With one click, all the 5 stages: download, build, deployment, testing, and deployment and production has to be happen. But what we have done here, we have created one more job called testing. Okay, one more job called testing. So now I have to link this testing job with Java. I have to link these two jobs. Okay, so for that what I am doing, I am just going to Java, click on configure. Okay, go to post build access, see, build other project, okay. So just scroll it up. So what is other project? Testing. So I'm telling to this Java job that once you done with your job, whatever existing with your job, what is Java job schedules initially? Download, build, deployment and testing. So once you done with that, please run this testing job. Okay, so apply, save. Okay, now I'm just go to dashboard. Now let's see, Java has run for one time, testing has run for 2 times. Okay, so just let me build it. Okay, so you can see queue here. Java is happening first. Now testing in queue. Okay, so we supposed to get 2 3 here, right? Okay, let us just refresh. See, 2 and 3. So let us check this output once. So it has run all its part regarding Java. So at the end what it is telling, so it's done till deployment. So it has taken git code, it has done with build, it has deployed. So now what it is telling, triggering a new build of testing. Let us go to testing. See, last build 37 seconds ago. See, now you can see that. Okay, success alert. So this is how you have to link up the different jobs. So here you need to know one thing. See, if you click on testing, you could see something, upstream projects Java. Okay, let us click Java. You can see downstream project as testing. So now we have added testing job to Java. So first Java is executing, then testing has been executing. So here we could say testing is downstream project of Java. Java is upstream project for testing. Okay, so this is called continuous testing and linking up the jobs. Now what we have to do, actually we have to, now testing is done. Let's say in our scenario testing has passed. So whatever the test cases we have written, that has tested the application which is deployed on testing test server. So it has given us conclusion that it is reaching the expectation. So application is behaving at our expectations. So now what's the next step? We have to deploy that same application on production. Correct, we have to deploy that same application, whatever that war file, we have to deploy on production. But where we have that war file, we don't have it on production, right? We don't have that war file in production. So we have to deploy that production war file on the production. So how to get that? Okay, so for that, actually go to dashboard, click on manage Jenkins. So you need an plugin here. Click on manage plugins. In my case it is already installed, it seems. Copy artifact, yes, see, copy artifact plugin. So yes, just install it, install without any restart. Go to dashboard. Okay, come to Java, configure. Okay, next let's go to post build. So once you go to post build, you can see one option here, archive the artifacts. Click on this. Okay, go here, archive the artifacts. So what you are telling, so in Java only, first we have given, see, this is Java project, right? So in Java project only we have given, what we have given, git. So with the git we have used package, and with this package we have built an artifact. So what we are telling, whatever the artifacts are generated at this stage has to be archived. So I'm not giving any particular war file. I'm telling whatever the war file has generated, you just archive it. Okay, I'm just requesting Java that, so once you're done with this package step, so you will be having some artifacts, either it may be var, if it is year file, you can give year, depends on application. So give that one. So you are asking Java to just archive those artifacts. Okay, apply, save. Okay, so now archive is happening. So now that has to come to testing. That has to come to testing because it has to be implement once archive has done. Okay, in generally the testing happens on test server. So after that, if test is fine, then we have to deploy it on production. So where we have that production, so we have to come to testing because we have fourth stage continuous testing at this job. So fifth job also we have to write here only, means fifth stage continuous delivery, which is nothing but deployment and production. Okay, so configure. Okay, so configure, go to build section. Okay, so here you just write copy artifact from another project. Okay, so what is the project name? So write it as Java. Okay, write it as Java. Okay, apply, save. You understood, right? So once we have continuous testing in testing job. So what's our next step? So testing is done, so we have to deploy that artifact. Whatever has been generated in the Java job has to be deployed in production. So that has to be fifth stage, right? Fourth stage is continuous testing. So that fourth stage is existing on testing job. So obviously I have to make a chain on top of that, right? So on the testing job only I am just writing that production stuff as well. So for that I need artifacts from Java. So I asked Java to archive the artifacts, and I've given same Java details and testing. Please take artifacts from Java project. Okay, so once this is done, now we have to just configure something again. Configure post build actions. Okay, add post build thing. Okay, next deploy, same, just **** dot var context path. How you want to execute? I want to execute as prod app. Continue, and you have to add container Tomcat 8. Okay, so let us just cross check what we have on production. This is production only, right? It has struck, it seems. Let us log in again. So anyway, we can give this okay, let us log in anyway. New session. Okay, just let me give ec2 -user sudo su. I think 122 is prod only, it seems. Yes, 172.31 3.122. This is prod only, right? Yes, production only. So let me just go to Tomcat user XML file, so that I need to take that username and password. Apache /conf/tomcat user.xml. Okay, so I have given admin and password. So let me just give the same things here. Okay, I think admin, we have lot of things. Okay, let us give this. Okay, URL should be like http:// we can give private IP here, private IP :8080. Okay, apply, save. Now we got entire things, right? So in Java we are having continuous downloading, continuous build, and continuous deployment into testing. So on testing we are having continuous testing and continuous delivery to production, and I have just linked this testing file to Java. So if I execute Java, all these 5 steps has to be executed. 3 steps on Java and 2 steps on testing. Okay, so our theme is that with one click all this should happen, not I have to go somewhere Java for 3 stages. So once I have done with 3 stages, I have to come to testing, I have to execute 2 remaining stages. So that is not ideal case, right? So with one click we have to execute 5 phases. So let us build it. So it is 2 3, right? We should get 3 4. Okay, just refresh it. Okay, Java is happening. Okay, Java is done, it seems. It's updating. Okay, I think everything is done. Let me click it. Yes, 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Let us see this log console output. So everything is done. Build went to testing. So let me check here. Last build 17 seconds ago, or else we can check here also. Console output. Yes, everything is success, and you can see with context prod app. So now what is our production public IP? 37, right? So on 37, so what I am just giving prod app, so you should get that application. Yes, right? So now within one step, like with one click, we have executed 5 phases. Okay, so let us do it, just 1 minute. Okay, let me explain you 1 second. So in Java, what I have done, first I have created Java project, Java build. In that, what I have done, I have just given a URL for Git URL to download the code. So I have given Maven package to build an artifact by using the code. So once build is done, so I asked Java to deploy on testing environment. So I have given Tomcat credentials. So these 3 steps has happened very smooth. So in second job in testing, so I have given continuous testing and continuous delivery part. Okay, but our thing is, it should not be, I should not use 2 clicks. Within 1 click, all these 5 stages has to be implemented. So that's why I've linked this testing job with Java. Okay, so if I execute Java, so once whatever the configuration is done on Java, so if once that execution is done, so it will move to testing and it will execute testing job. Okay, so whatever existing and testing will be executed from Java only. Okay, so one case is to get artifacts from production, from Java to testing. We have just archived artifacts there, and we have given that project name under testing to fetch the artifacts. Okay, so and we have just linked up these two. This is very simple process. Okay, that's it, guys. Let's see in our next session. Let us see how to manage users. Hope this is clear. Else let me create one more project simply. Let's say project 1 freestyle project. Let us see just a quick review kind of thing. Okay, so what I have to do, source code management, select Git. So I am just giving this URL to download. Okay, so just downloading it here. So next I'm coming to build. So once build is like at the point of build, I am just giving Maven thing. So here I am writing package which generates an artifact. So come to post build action. So in post build action, I am just giving deploy var here file. So I am just giving */ star .var. Okay, so context path I am just giving what will give test1. So add container Tomcat 8. Okay, I think in Tomcat 8 we have a password, right? Yes. So in testing we have password. Okay, give http : / okay, take private IP of this testing environment. Okay, 8080. Apply and save. Now I am just going to dashboard. I am just creating one more item, naming as 2 freestyle project testing. Next I am just taking this testing code, copy it here, go to Git, keep it here. So what was the file we have there? We have testing.jar file. So execute shell java -jar testing.jar. I have given this Okay, now this is done with continuous testing. Okay, so apply and save. So once you're done with continuous testing, you have to link up this second job to first job, correct? Because on first job 3 stages were there, fourth stage has written on second job, I mean job number 2. So just go here, configure, okay, post build actions, okay, build other projects, scroll up, which project you want to build, project number 2, apply and save. So this means you have linked up second project to 1. So you are asking, if I execute job 1, so once you're done with executions of job 1, automatically second job also should get executed. Okay, so now the testing has done, so testing also we included. Now we need to copy artifacts from first stage to first job to second job. So I'm going to first job, okay, post build actions, sorry, yes, post build actions, archive the artifacts. I'm asking this to please archive the file star star slash star dot var. Please archive the files from here. Okay, so I told job 1 to archive, and same thing I have to tell to job 2. Okay, so job 1 is archiving some files. Please get that files here. So come here in build section, copy artifacts from other project. So which project? 1. Okay, so this is done. So now we have told this second job to get artifacts from first job. So once you get the artifact, please to the deployment, please to the deployment. So what we have to give? We have to give what kind of files you have to deploy. Okay, context path I am just giving prod 1, let's say. Okay, prod 1, and I have to check containers Tomcat 8. What was the username? It's admin and password, right? Okay, so admin and password, Tomcat URL http colon slash slash, sorry, colon slash slash, take this production private IP, okay, 8080. So now we have given all the steps. So now our job is, if we execute job number 1, okay, all 5 stages should be executed. Okay, let us see it now. Okay, job 1 is running. See, both I am running for the first time. Okay, okay, let it run, let it run. Yes, job 1 is done. So job 2 in queue. Just let me refresh. Yes, job 1 is success. So job 1 is success in the sense you can check the test application, because test deployment we have done here only, right? So what we have given, test 1, right? Test 1. Yes, you can get the application. Okay, so once you're done with job 2, you need to get production. Okay, prod 1. Oh, what happened? What happened to Jenkins? So this has disconnected. Just restart. EC2 hyphen user sudo su java hyphen jar Jenkins var file. Not sure whether that job is executed or not, so no problem, we can build it again. Please wait, Jenkins is getting ready. Fully up and running, right? Okay, admin. Okay, not sure whether that job is executed or not. Let's see. Okay, fortunately second job also executed. Okay, let us just check prod 1, right? Prod 1, yes. So for just quick confirmation, let us run it again. Build now. Okay, so first job is running for the second time. Okay, second is in queue. It should get executed ideally. Okay, let us refresh. Yes, see, both the jobs get success. Okay, so job 1 ran for 2 times and success. There was no failure for both the jobs, right? Okay guys, just stopping the session here. Okay, next session we'll just see about user administration. Okay, thank you guys, stay safe.